Welcome to a revolutionary hour of business technology talk. This is Tech Talk, Managing the New Normal, with YASH Technologies and C5MI. You'll hear from the experts with the know-how to revolutionize and transform your business for a truly efficient, actionable technology transformation during both prosperous and challenging times. Now, here's your host and moderator, Bonnie D. Graham.
Wait till you see what I have for you next. There's a gentleman with a tie. I can call him a nerd because I'm one too. People told me recently, nothing to do with my age, but sort of, that I was one of the early women in tech. I was programming in COBOL on a Xerox Sigma 6 CP5 and key punching thousands of lines of code. So I go back probably before Mr. Kumar was born. So Praveen Kumar, I'm delighted to welcome you, and I'm going to use a 5-letter word that's going to keep everybody at the edge of their seat. We're talking about drone technology. Praveen, I'm just going to say you're the Microsoft practice head at YASH Technologies. Everybody is waiting to hear. Tell us a little bit about what you do. And I know you have fun. You've created over 120 cloud solutions on Azure, Office 365, artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, IoT, that's Internet of Things, mixed reality, drone, Azure Connect, bots, Azure Cognitive Services. Is there anything you haven't programmed? Praveen, you have the most, I hate to say this to all the wonderful YASH people here, but I think Praveen has the most fun at his job of any of you, and I know you all love what you do. Praveen, talk to us. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Bonnie. I'm super excited to be part of this Tech Talk live show. Let me just take a minute to, brief about myself and my roles and responsibilities at YASH Technologies. So as you said, I head the Microsoft service line for YASH Technologies. So I work on 3MC. So probably you are wondering, like, what is 3MC? So 3MC stands for 3 Microsoft clouds. So one being Azure, second one being Office 365, and third one being Microsoft 365, which is M365. I'm responsible for digital transformation, digital strategy, road mapping for our customers. I love solving problems for our customers and provide innovative solutions to our customers. Talking about the innovation, we do a lot of innovating stuff on the technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, RPA, UI flows, bots, Azure Connect, mixed reality. That's a combination of AR and VR using the Microsoft HoloLenses. And my today's topic is drones. So Bonnie, I'm super excited to share about how we build this automated drone solution at YASH Technologies. So let me first unpack a little bit about what this drone itself. Okay, so this is a commercial grade drone, and it has it is about 1.5 feet tall and 2 feet wide, and it has got 14 cameras. You heard that right. This has 14 cameras, and then it also has one thermal sensor. It also has few proximity sensors, and then we topped on top of it one of the carbon monoxide sensors in it. And the technology that we use to build this solution using the drone is Azure Maps, computer vision for image recognition, artificial intelligence, and video indexer, and Azure Logic Apps and blob storage. So much of technologies to unpack, but I just want to make sure that we get all the technologies covered, and unpacking our drone solution.
Praveen, do you sleep? What do you have for breakfast? I love this. Is so exciting. Come on, people are buying little mini drones. I don't know what they're doing now in COVID-19 pandemic with shutdowns. Maybe they have drones for companions. I don't know. But how did you, just briefly, I know I want to talk about the application and we just have a little while left, but how did you get into this? Did you learn this as a child? There's drones and we have all kinds of ways to code them and run them. How did you start in this field?
Yeah, it's all about the passion that I have for the technology, for the Microsoft technology, the love and the passion for that I have for the Microsoft technology. So not just for the drone, even for the Azure Connect based and the mixed reality and HoloLenses. So I'm very fortunate to have a very strong team working with me. So I have about some 30 to 40 people who work tirelessly day and night to build all of these solutions. So at a given time, one resource is probably working on, 2 initiatives or 3 different solutions and things like that. So we are super excited to, work all of these things. The only motivation for us is to, solve the problems and provide innovative solutions to the customer. That's our motto.
Okay, so what is this drone going to do with the 14 cameras, the thermal heat sensor, the CO2 sensor? Are we talking about a specific type of a factory or a plant somewhere? Is it going to be able to take over some roles that would be dangerous for human beings to do, Praveen, even in this, not in before we had the pandemic? So give me a specific application, or should I use it to, I don't know, clean up my yard, or tell me if my microwave oven is needs to be replaced? I don't know. I'm enjoying talking to you, so I'm not making fun. So go ahead, tell me, what's the application?
Yeah, so Bonnie, let me talk about the problems that we are solving using this drone. So I'm going to be highlighting 5 different problems. So first and foremost, the remote monitoring for the chemical spills, any manufacturing industry, or maybe, doing the job where people cannot go. It is too harmful because, the temperatures are very high. It has some acidic fumes, or maybe, it has some chemicals or a carbon dioxide, or maybe there is a fire. So obviously people cannot go in places like that. So we can send a drone. And then, point number 3 is aerial investigation. So imagine a situation, there is some chemical contamination or something is going on, and you wanted to deploy a drone to, do an aerial investigation. And the fourth and fifth one are really to the COVID-19 situation. I know most of us are following and watching the news, but I don't know how many of you have really paid the attention. So there were like a lot of articles on the Bloomberg and other, news sites that actually today in COVID-19 situation, France is using the drone to disinfect the streets. So there is a huge potential for the technology to leverage all of these technologies, and then better use for this, even for the COVID-19 situation. And also there is one more scenario that I'm going to be talking a little bit about post COVID-19 situation, once the business reopens. So how we can actually use the drone-based technology to solve some of the problems. So Bonnie, let me explain you the scenario of a remote monitoring where there is a dangerous chemical spills. So imagine a situation. So there is a chemical factory or just a manufacturing plant is producing some chemical waste into the environment, right? So imagine, the waste is coming out, and somebody needs to go monitor their temperature, or maybe monitor the smoke, or maybe monitor the coloration that is changing, that is coming out of the the waste, out of the plant. So now with the YASH automated drone based solution that we have built, so what it does is, so it automatically goes into the air, and then it knows where to look for the plant, discharge. And then it is going to be, with these 14 cameras that are there in the drone, it is going to be, scanning that entire perimeter, and wherever that discharging that is happening, whenever the coloration changes, it immediately captures the picture, and then with the power of Azure Cloud, sends it back to the application that we have built. And from the application, now, as soon as we receive that data to our application, we process that using the Azure Cognitive Services, and then we can make some declarative, decisions to kind of take the next step. So you have the data, you have the data set, you have the data results now. So with this data, so it's up to us what we want to do. So should we inform the plant manager, or should we inform the plant supervisor, or should we actually send a person there to do a further investigation, whether is the really temperatures going high, or something dangerous situation is going on, what exactly is going on. So we can make those decisions. And on top of it, we have built a power within this application. It also automatically shuts down the entire plant. How cool is that, Bonnie?
That's so cool that I want to know. What if I had a manufacturing plant, Praveen, and I wanted to order a customized drone like this? Now, do you have, this may be a silly question, do you have 15 of these sitting on the shelf somewhere, and I go to you and say, hey, Praveen Kumar at YASH, I want to know what it costs. Can I rent it? Can I lease it? Can I borrow it? Can I use it in my factory for 3 weeks and see how it goes on a trial basis? Is there a home tryout method? Or what if I come to you and say, I like what you did, but I want one with 12 cameras, and it's not a chemical plant, it's going to be an airfield while the planes are grounded. I want to look at if there's any maintenance under the planes that our people can't go out and do. Is it able to sense? I'm making this up, but it seems interesting. So just quickly, we're almost out of time, but I want to know, Praveen, how would somebody get do they buy them? Do they rent them? Do they go to you and say, Praveen, here are my specifications. Make it for me. Go ahead, finish up for us.
So basically, we are a service-oriented company. We build a solution on top of a hardware. So, so if the customer or if any business organization is looking to implement a drone-based technology, right? So obviously there is a hardware portion that we will recommend what is the best drone for them to purchase. So once the drone is there, our expertise comes into where we build the solution, how we navigate the flight path, how do we collect the data, how do we build the artificial intelligence, how do we auto-train the drone. And once the data has come to us, what sort of decisions that you can make with the data that is constantly streaming back to you. So it is interesting. So when we did the same drone demonstration at Microsoft Ignite in front of almost 40,000 people, so everybody was surprised. And then all of them started coming to our booth and started asking, hey, are you going to give this drone away? Is this a gift or is it a prize and things like that? But my answer to them was, we are not giving you a drone. We are giving you a drone-based technology.
Thank you for tuning in to Tech Talk, Managing the New Normal with YASH Technologies and C5MI. To keep the conversation going, tweet your questions and comments to YASH_tech or email john.gretter@yash.com. That's john.gretter@yash.com. We look forward to hearing from you.